Hi, chat. How's it going? Video game? For you? Sick? Go. First of all, Tide Hello Cat. Thank you. Welcome back for 3 months. Coffee. Coffee. Let's go. Nope. Let's not go there. Let's go here. How's everyone doing? I had a fairly relaxing day today. Didn't have a lot going on. Wow, Sib, wow. Congratulations on being first. Logan to 6, thank you. Yes. If you didn't see on Twitter, I realized that tomorrow, a day I'm not going to be streaming, would actually be my 1-year anniversary of streaming on Twitch. I was very excited about that. It's very cool. And it's kind of wild to think that it's been a year of doing this. Here, sure. Great. All right. Building. Okay, so now for today, first of all, let's come over here, grab you two, and grab you. Actually, I'll follow. Okay. Go over there for now. Okay, so we had some stuff we wanted to do. Wow, I forgive you. Okay, so as I had previously discussed, I kind of wanted to move this wall out one. So that these pillars here are exposed, and including that one there in the corner. Hey, Electra. But I don't want to do that just yet until I figure out if it will work. So I'm actually, a much lower impact test will be to check over here. Now, first of all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Not there. You. I do not have any stone. One moment. I need some more. Hey, heavens. You will also notice that I only have 2 levels. I found a way to use up all of, like I had stockpiled like 38 levels of experience, and I found a great way to use it all up. You see, I dug up this side over here, and I tried to jump this gap and missed. Turns out you cannot survive a fall from that height. And so that's where all my levels went. This is what happens when I do stuff offline. I do dumb, stupid shit like that. Go. Here. Okay. That one there, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Yes. And there. And there. Okay, so now may want to consider wearing your elytra now that you're doing a lot of high up work. I will take that into under advisement. You out. Yes, you. What would this look like? We're gonna go here. That can stay there, and that can go like this. I need a bit of granite and deep plate. Okay. A couple of these. Yes, Persephone, I know. This cat thinks I don't know, but I know. Okay. Oh. This actually needs to come out a little bit. Because I need it to match profile of this over here. So we've got one that comes out here, and one that comes out here. Yes. Hold on a second. Examples. Don't need you today. Let's see. I think that you were. There we go. Okay. RG, I believe you might be the first person that's triggered their 12-month sub. Look, you have a tent. These sub badges are getting intense. Okay, that goes like this. There. Back one. You're still up here. Dang it. Rock Pusher, thank you for that 12 months as well. Yes, you're being punished. Now, I also need to double check. Okay, got a bit of room to work with. Need more polished andesite. Here we go. That's gonna go there. These is gonna go there. Then. Yes, Persephone. Am I out of endstone? I appear to be out of endstone. I need to go get some. No. What do you want? What do you want? You want to jump up? You should jump up. Yeah. You jump up here, I can play video games and pet you. It's a twofer. Nope, not that one. There we are. Okay. We're definitely at some point going to have to go and get some more. Get some more endstone. Hey, Cass. It's been a little wet. The second rainiest day on record. Wow. That's impressive, actually. There we go. And a boop. And a boop. Around this side. I need those and some of these. Yeah, that makes sense. I did not think you had the second rainiest day ever in the history of the world. That would be really impressive. No. A bit of some of these because I know I'm gonna need them. Like that, and then like this. That. That's how that's supposed to look. And these windows, how tall are these windows? I think these are 4 tall? 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah, there are, it's actually really common in some tropical places to basically just have a very predictable afternoon rain shower. Like every single day, it will rain pretty much at like 2 o'clock. Three, 4. Also, I'm glad that I have finally started watching Daredevil. 1, so Sidwow stopped bothering me. But 2, apparently, It was sort of like very quietly updated that those shows, the Marvel Netflix shows, are actually going to be leaving Netflix at the end of February. Hey, Fairbender. There's no word on yet where they're going to go. Obviously, the smart money is on Disney Plus, but you know, who knows? Could just be that Disney wants to finally bring them in-house now that they're apparently kind of sort of okay with them being part of the MCU. Yeah, I guess they could end up on Hulu. I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up on Disney Plus. Some people were like, it's too violent, but it's like they just have horror movies on Disney Plus these days. Like once they started adding all of the Fox and Stars content, it's just like that is now just par for the course for Disney Plus. It's not that astounding. Plus with Moon Knight. Yeah, and Moon Knight, I'll be interested to see because Moon Knight also is traditionally one of the more violent comics. Nope, I wanted. I wanted. So, see how that goes. What level do I need to be on? Goes up 1. Then I previously had to go in 1. Which I might still do that because I like the way it looks. And it matches the front as well. Is this the same level as the front? Oh, yes. Plus, it just kind of makes sense that they would want all of the Marvel stuff under one streaming service roof, so to speak. In fact, it probably chafes them quite a lot that they don't have the Spider-Man movies. I bet they would love to have those. Cathedrals? Cathedrals? More of a basilica person? More like cathedrals? Alright, everybody vote in the poll. I want to know your opinions. Sony must have a hell of a contract for those things. Like they have been holding on to the Spider-Man rights for dear life. Right. This needs to come in as well, doesn't it? Yeah, so one above that. One, that. Okay. Nope. Hate you. Scaffolding. Stop it. Okay. Up a little more. Yeah, it should actually be this, I think. I do. Uh, right. Oh, it's dark. Fall. Oops. Nope. Those don't. Those keep going up, and over here, probably gonna have to rejigger that corner, but that's gonna stay there. This is gonna go like this. And then that's gonna stay there. Need to correct you. Okay. There, I think. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to go get some more endstone, probably before the end of the stream. Farabender, thank you for voting with the 200 bits. All right. How's everyone doing tonight? Everyone having a good night? I spent most of the day watching Daredevil. Also reading Wikipedia pages about Daredevil and associated characters. I don't want to alarm any of you, but Frank Miller wrote some bad comics in the 80s. This may come as a shock to you. Just got out of bed from an afternoon nap. Nice, very good. You only have so much work to do and don't do any of it. Yeah, I do. Had a good day and the weather was amazing, but my kiddo was crabby and full of attitude at bedtime. Yeah. I remember that. Sometimes you just look back and be like, wow, I was an absolute shit when I was a teenager. A lot of what I did was extremely uncalled for. Spent some money getting frames for my Desert Bus posters. Nice. Need to figure out. Well, okay. You know what? We're gonna have to take a quick break. Too depressed to be an absolute shit. I mean, I was also depressed. I managed to do both. I multitask. I don't know what your excuse is, Sid. Wow. Honestly, the reason I was a shit was probably because I was actually depressed and had no understanding or frame of reference for that. Whoops. Okay, we have to go to the end. I'm out of endstone and we're gonna need so much more of it today. So we are gonna have to go do that. Luckily, it means I get to put on my safety wings. Take this extra shulker. There's definitely stuff from that time in my life that when I remember them make me want to slowly curl up and disappear from the universe. Ha ha ha, every day. Oops. What else did I get up to? Oh yes, as you may have noticed, I was not around on Thursday. I had friendship time. End portal. There we go. And it was good. It felt good. I enjoyed it. I was so full of melted cheese. Wait, that was a waste of a rocket. Here we go. Turns out there's this Swiss thing called raclette, which is literally just eat a bunch of melted cheese. And like also grilled veggies and bread and potatoes and stuff like that. But mostly just eat a bunch of melted cheese. And real into it. I suspect Friend Time might have also featured Surge. No. Hey, Persephone, you want to jump up? Raclette is, in fact, in style in our friend group, in that Joe Trollo has been feeding us all raclette. But because of logistics, it's easier for him to do it in small groups rather than everybody all at once. Also pandemic. But mostly, also, there's a tiny grill. Oh, come on! I swear I'm gonna smack one of these Endermen and it's gonna suck. You're right, Nightbot. Ah, come on. People can send me a tip on coffee. What a great way to celebrate my streamiversary. I think this is 66. What's this stuff over here? I'm just very slowly leveling off this island. Fairbender, thank you for sending a tip to my coffee. Yo. Cass, also thank you for sending a tip to my coffee. Persephone, you have not sent a tip to my coffee. You are not allowed to meow. Meow. Also, I realize by doing this, I am ruining most of the Enderman safety areas. I don't care. Meow tier is at least $3. Exactly. Come on. And I don't mind. Hello. Electra, thank you for sending a tip to the coffee. Please, I don't want to hit any of your knees. I'm strongly against this is not a safe work environment. Please stay clear of the people who are working. I have, oh my god. Yes, Persephone, come here, yes. Please jump up. In magic talk, I have managed to do 2 Neon Dynasty drafts so far and did miserably in both of them. I think the first one, I got like 2 wins, and the second one, I got only 1 win. So, struggling a little bit with the new format. Having a bit of a hard time. I'm also like mega rusty because I haven't drafted in months. So, doing things like reading signals is a little tricky. Went 1-3 on my sealed. See, I like starting with sealed, but I just don't have the gems for it. All right, fine, Persephone. Someone donated to the coffee in your name. You can meow at me now. Hey, Broth, how's it going? My favorite part is that because it's PayPal, it does actually show me the person's name. So I know who did it. But it said Persephone, so that's what I'm gonna go with. I think 1-1 in a moment in my draft. Yeah, I have 1 draft token left. So I'm saving it, I guess? I don't know. The hell was that? Random end noises? PayPal, the good old end name displayer? Sure is. Sure is. How was your friend date on Thursday? It was good. It was really good. I had a wonderful time. We ate cheese, drank wine, played TBH, which is a really fun game, actually. That's a fantastic game just to like chill out and hang out and talk with your friends. A wonderful little party game, especially when you're hanging out with people you like know pretty well and can kind of like gauge how they would react to questions. So I've been married for almost 18 years and PayPal still shows my maiden name. Yep. I mean, when I changed my name, I hadn't used PayPal to actually receive any funds ever. So I didn't have a balance or anything like that. So I'm just like, okay, this would be an absolute nightmare to get my name changed on here. I'm just going to start a new account. I still haven't gone on actual date. The person that I'm in this weird situation where she canceled because she wasn't feeling well, and then I texted her on Wednesday, I guess it was, and she was still not feeling well. She said it was probably like a migraine cluster, which is absolutely miserable. And now I'm sort of like, oh crap, do I check in? Do I keep checking in? I don't want to seem like I'm like, hey, how you doing? But it's like, do I wait for her to text me and see if see if she does? Has the moment just passed completely? I don't know. Hey Iris, how's it going? If anybody's curious, we are in fact collecting materials for the cathedral because we were out of endstone. We used it all up. So I'm gonna try and gather as much as possible so I don't have to come back here for a little while. Probably looking at, I think I'm gonna get a shulker and try and fill up the rest of my inventory. And try not to kneecap an Enderman. Maybe one more check in a week after the most recent one. Yeah. That sounds fair. Yes, Persephone, I know. I'm willing to keep trying because let's be honest, it's not like people are banging down my door. Come here, jump up. So, actually, if Disney is taking all of the Netflix Marvel shows back in-house, I wonder if they plan on doing something with them. Because, I mean, like, probably wouldn't say no to more Daredevil. You are beautiful and deserve to be picky. Can I afford to be picky is the better question. Do I want to be picky? I really want Fitzsimmons in the MCU. Which one was Fitzsimmons? I'm only on season 2 of Daredevil. Oh, the two sciences from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Right. It appears to be a ship name. Yeah, because their names were Fitz and Simmons. But also, Fitzsimmons is just a normal name. Canonical name. Right, yeah, like, didn't they call the two of them collectively Fitzsimmons on the show? It's been a very long time. Like, I only watched the first few seasons of Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I don't think I have since it was on the air. Ah, excellent. Hey, Dossie. Didn't they end up in, like, space or something weird like that at some point? I feel like it got really weird. Yep. Okay. Here's my plan. Step 1, go to space. Step 2, space. Space, the future. Virtual reality trip. I love it. I mean, if you think about it, if they're in space in the future, it means they can always come back to them in the MCU. It's just like, hey, we just have to let the timeline catch up. I still want the Fantastic Four to have gone into space in the 60s, have some cosmic incident send them to the present, and then they come down completely baffled. Just have like, hey, Bucky, catch him up, okay? Just give them Cap's list. Isn't that similar to Captain Marvel? Little similar to Captain Marvel, but she never actually went through time. She just, you know, went to space and forgot everything. Plus, you get Reed learning the past 60 years of science in like 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Good news, Reed. They invented semiconductors. Have they finally phased out fossil fuels? Ooh. About that. Yeah, you're not getting away from me. We taught Sand how to think. This was generally considered to be a bad move. I don't know. Thinking sand is how I'm able to do this. I wouldn't be able to dig a virtual hole in a video game and live streaming the experience to 40 people. They have arc reactors. It's fine. Think of all the advances that weren't improvements to things we knew in the 60s. I don't know. The 60s were already pretty messed up. It's not like somebody has to like... I mean, it's not like Captain America where you have to break the news of the atomic bomb to him. It's like, they're going to be well acquainted with the Cold War. At least we unleaded the gasoline. That's true. Yeah, I mean, we've discovered a lot of things, and there's probably been a ton of advances in like theoretical physics and things like that. But in terms of like actual technology, a lot of it is just improvements over what we already had. So stop putting helium in blimps. Well, we stopped making, well, no, we stopped putting, still put helium. Wait, hold on. What's in blimps? Is it not helium? I thought they still put helium in blimps. Why am I just learning this now? Oh, you meant hydrogen. Yeah, hydrogen was a bad time, but I think, I'm not sure when exactly they stopped using hydrogen in blimps. Probably after the Hindenburg, which was in the 1930s. It is always kind of wild to see like pictures of the Hindenburg and be like, oh yeah, that's just, that was just Nazi Germany. There's definitely a swastika on the Hindenburg. Yeah, Hindenburg disaster was 1937. Yeah. Only use hydrogen because there was embargoes on helium. That makes sense. I like how America's like, well, we're gonna embargo helium. We're pretty sure you're the bad guys. And we're not going to go to war when you start bombing, like, England. But we will go to war, you know, once we're bothered. I think the internet as a concept would be easy enough to understand. It's understanding internet culture that would take a very long time. We sort of got collective amnesia about it, but after the war, but there, in the 1930s, there were a lot of people in the US who were pro-Nazi. Yep, sure was. Looking at you, Henry Ford. I like how we have two conversations running, which is one is talking about technology and the internet, and the other one's talking about Nazis. Yeah, genetic. Oh. Yeah, somebody's going to have to explain why so much of the food says no GMO on it. First of all, then you have to explain genetic modification, and then explain genetically modified organisms, and then explain why people don't like them. Good times. Gattaca is a thriller now as opposed to science fiction. Almost. Getting there. But like on a practical like MCU side of things, you also have to explain the snap to the Fantastic Four. Not the snap, the blip. You have to explain to them that half the people in the universe died, and then 5 years later came back. Yes, you would also have to explain Reed Richards that, like, yes, obviously we have bred plants for millions of years, or thousands of years. That doesn't... This is not a line of argument that works with people who are opposed to GMO food. Maybe they came back in the blip too. Thanos ran into them in the 60s. Still weird. Still weird. Okay. Well, how much space do I have? I can get about a stack. I'm gonna make the ends so smooth. So that follow. Wonder how far down it is to bedrock in the air in this area. Not like mega far. It's infinitely far, but also there just isn't any. Finally got around to braving flying in the end. Very much a multiplicative thing. Getting an Elytra with an Elytra is a lot easier than without one. Oh, for sure. Your first Elytra is just an absolute harrowing experience. And we're good. Actually, hold on a sec. Not leaving. Now I have to dig 3 up. There we go. There we go. Dang it. Hold on. There we go. I'm not leaving any scraps behind. Oh, dang it. There's stuff over here. Okay, next time we come back, we're getting this bit here first. Wait, no, this isn't the way I have to go. How do I get the hell out of here? This way. I do love this aspect of going to the end, is that you just come back out at your bed. It's just very convenient. I'm gonna put this in here. Oh right, you can't put shulkers inside shulkers. Shulkers. I know how this game works. There we go. You back. All right. Now back to actually doing stuff. There's 1, 2, 3 between them, sort of over each edge of the door. Okay. Basically the same thing over there. 2 and 2. Yeah. Cool. Fun D&D character I played a while ago. Order cleric to a bee goddess. That is fun. That one. This one. The goddess was named Queen Beatrice. Excellent. There isn't a plan to do anything for Persephone. She gets enough attention as it is. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's 3 there. 2, 2, and 2 there. Okay. And how tall are those? I think those are 3 tall. Yes. I'm currently working on a sci-fi D&D campaign with my home group that I think is going to be a lot of fun. Basically, like, can we make D&D a space opera? The answer, I believe to be yes. Yes, we can. Persephone. Hold on a second. Where are your toys? I found a bunch more of her sushis. Just call the magic technology. It's reflavor o'clock, baby. I mean, that's pretty much the plan. Okay, now I need to figure out what level goes up. 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, it's 4. Get you back in here. I love when the scaffold gets so tall you can't hear it anymore. Should just check and get the actual number. Days of too hot, suddenly followed by chilly. Yeah. Love chili. Wait, no. Incorrect. Okay, so it starts at 85. Standing on 85. Ow. Perfect. Everything's working out better than expected. Also gonna have to figure out how tall this needs. Out already. We had a beautiful high 60s sunny day here. I'm trying to think. I think it got up to about 11 or something like that today. Which is much nicer than it's been recently. It hasn't been terrible recently. But, you know. It's nice. Sun was out. That sort of thing. I went outside in just a hoodie. I didn't even put a jacket on. Can you believe it? Oh, well, I guess that's how tall I'm going. Everything just seems to go up to here, so. Okay, all right. If I fall and land on a bed, does it prevent falling damage from any height? Asking for a friend. Oops. No, don't do that. Don't love the spring tease? Ah, yes. False spring. We've all been there. Level is 91. That's what I'm aiming for. Put a few more on there. Fake spring is mid-January, and then we have second winter. Yeah. It's so hard with Victoria, because, like, we could easily have a fake spring. We could also just have a super early spring. $91. Perfect. It's pretty funny because you can bounce really high as you die. That does sound... You're right, that does sound funny. There we go. That. Take this step. Built this and I have to take it all out again. Ooh, I think A Death on the Nile just came out. I want to see that. I do love me a good mystery movie. And Kenneth Branagh. So, on the plus side, I know this one doesn't have Johnny Depp in it. Also, I think A Death on the Nile is significantly less well known than A Murder on the Orient Express. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. We're getting somewhere, chat. Okay. Now, that does mean, though, we have to go over here and have a look at how this looks. Yes, I know it's up. I'm just clearing some grass so we can get a look at this here. Okay. So, we do need another pillar on the outside there. Hey, Paul. How's it going? Yes, Persephone, come here. We also have... So there's two things we have to do. There's the sort of like big corner buttress, and the real thing, it's sort of angled. Like it's octagonal. Which cathedral is this? This is the Anglican Christ Church Cathedral in Victoria. It's local. I took all of these photo references. It was a lovely snowy day. Um, have a look over here. Opposed to the many other Christ Church cathedrals in the world? Exactly. That's why you gotta specify. I mean, doesn't New Zealand have an entire town named after it? This one here, these sides got pulled out a little bit. Probably move it out. Side 2. That cathedral is in rather more pieces than they would like. Ooh, right. Because they got hit by an earthquake. How long ago was that? That was a few years ago now, wasn't it? So it's 1 over. Win. mid 2010s, something like that, like 2015, 2016. I think it was before I moved out here. (2011) Earlier than we thought, apparently. So it goes. Okay, so we'll take out that one. Leave this one. Go that. This. This. Wait. Ow. No. Ah, got it. Aha. Oh. Ow. Ankles. I hate that it switches the scaffolding out. Still got one block. So we haven't hit the edge of the chunk yet. This here is going to go right up until the edge of the chunk. Fortunately. Let's go downstairs, sleep, and then get even more end stone because we're just going through so much of it. I forgot to put windows over there. Whoops. Got a thing I need to do over there. I haven't been to How do you pronounce CHCH? I know it's short for Christchurch, but I'm wondering if that's actually... I just want to see somebody try and pronounce that. Like... Got it in one? Nice. It could just be one of those things that's not actually a nickname, just an abbreviation. Like, whenever I would write Saskatoon, I would often write just S''toon, and people would be like, how do you pronounce that? It's pronounced Saskatoon. You don't pronounce it that way, that's just for writing. Oops. Might help if I actually turn this into bricks. Always just write Sask for both city and province. That worked too. I'm just gonna leave that for the time being. Figure it out later. Right now I just want to get this pillar up. The other one isn't even this high. And given how much I like this overall design for this thing a lot better. This has to change. Something needs to happen here. Either that needs to come up, and then maybe I might have to add one in there to come up. We'll see. I can't just leave this like sort of sticking out like this. Oops. Go. Oh good, I still have scaffolding up here. Side-eyes the day's new Pandini case numbers. Things here continue to go down, at least. So far. Okay. Tell you what, chat. What time is it? 7:30? Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break. Then we're going to tackle this. We're going to see about bringing this thing out. Fun times. Okay. Let's go downstairs so I'm not out here in the open. Ooh, actually, before we do that, go have a look at how this thing's going. And take a break up here. It's safe up there. Aha, this is my plan all along. Yes, Persephone. Yes, I know, I am taking a break soon. Please, stop reminding me. Don't tell the streamer when to take a break. They know what they're doing. Pushy cat. She is. Pretty happy with this so far. I'll have to fix the one edge, but as a facade, I'm pretty happy with this. All right, I'm gonna take a break. You should too. Get some water, stretch, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds and rest your eyes. And I will be back in just a few minutes, so hold tight, chat. Also, if you're not following, give me a follow. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers. 1,000 whole followers. I'm back. All right, down we go. We're going to tear down this wall. Wall that divides us from this other part over here. I will have to watch 7-Inch Magpie's commercial later. Remind me to do that. Okay. Okay. Also, I have tea going. I have to get up and get the kettle in a few minutes here. I appreciate that this cathedral comes pre-built with catacombs, by which I mean giant hole. Listen, it comes with a giant hole, but I've also spent a lot of time building catacombs. Look, I'm almost done. I got 3 sides. I got a 4th side over here that I need to finish. And then I have to figure out what to do with my villagers over here. The answer might be build houses for them here and just transfer them, and then dig this out. Okay, now I need to figure out what actually stays. Thank you, Iris. I think I can just leave this entire wall here. Everything over to here comes out. Yeah. Dang it. Aw, you have to dig all of this work you've done out? Just like one layer at a time? That must be so boring. Haha, joke's on you. I've trained for this my entire life. 1 second. Anchorites? They are anchorites. Flavor. Cherry, strawberry. Strawberry. Ooh, yes. Gentle tea will help. I hope. Sorry your stomach feels garbo. I don't know if I mentioned this to you. I know I mentioned this to my D&D group, but I was thinking about this the other day as I was watching Daredevil and also listening to Matt and Graham's podcast about James Bond and them discussing the idea of having a younger James Bond. And I'm like, but what if Charlie Cox was James Bond? Consider, if you will, chat, Charlie Cox as James Bond. Ow, that thing was too wide, not one. It still flummoxed me that electric kettles are unusual in North America. Not at all, actually. I'd say they're more common than, like a stovetop kettle like I have. I just wanted a stovetop kettle. Okay. Do I have? No, I don't have the granite on me. Richard Madden and Kit Harington were also in the running. Ooh. Yeah, I could see, like, if they wanted to go really young, I could see them going with Kit Harington. That's what I came here for. All of our hard work gone. T. Tea and biscuits. It's 35. I feel like 35 is like young for a James Bond. I'm not sure how old most of the other actors were, but I feel like 35 would be on the young side for, you know, somebody starting as James Bond. Hey, first of all, rude. Ow. There. Around 4. That need to stay there. This and this is gonna come. Nope, not gonna knock that down like I do every time. Go. Connery was 32, Lazenby was 30, Moore was 45, Dalton was 41, Brosnan was 42, Craig was 38. Huh. Alright. Connery was 32. He was 32. Holy crap. Yeah. One of you. You. And then one of you. There we go. So I guess Kid Harington wouldn't be that. As Matt and Graham mentioned in their podcast, it's like it's probably going to be Tom Holland. Like, if they want to go for a young James Bond, it's probably going to be Tom Holland. There we go. I agree. I also think Tom Holland is too famous. I also do kind of agree with Sipwow's assessment. I agree. I don't think Tom Holland would be the best choice for James Bond, but I could definitely see it happening. Of course, it could also be they just pull a Lazenby and just, you know, recruit some random Australian nobody's heard of. I think he's a stretch to be Nathan Drake. All right, I have opinions on this. So, the idea is that he is supposed to be a very young Nathan Drake, which I think works just fine. From a business standpoint, if they are looking to turn Uncharted into a film franchise, starting with an actor who is very young is probably their best choice. Because if they went with somebody who was like in their 40s or something like that, they're going to end up being aging out of it pretty quickly. Whereas with Holland, they can probably get a few more movies than they would normally be able to out of that franchise. If there's one thing we know about movie studios, it's that they love getting movies out of their franchises. Let's see, so there's gonna be one there. From a business perspective, I think Tom Holland is the right choice. From a looking like the video game version of Nathan Drake, maybe not the best choice, but eh. That needs to come out. Or actually, that out. The movie does. I mean, the movie just Uncharted as a video game series drew a lot from movies like Indiana Jones, that sort of like that adventure movie genre. And so, translating that back into a movie ends up working pretty well. Isn't it basically male Tomb Raider? Yeah, pretty much. That is actually a fantastic way to describe the Uncharted games. It's Tomb Raider, but for boys. Hold on a second. Dang it. Okay, no, wait. Did the thing again. Right, I forgot. It goes in. I need to go down. Okay, take it out again. Take it out, boys. Give Tom Holland triangle boobs. He'd do it too. You know he would. That's exactly the sort of thing he would do. You're right, Nightbot. I do have a VOD archive that I have neglected to update. I need to finish uploading last week's stream. It's like half uploaded. I still need to process the copyright strike that I get every single time from my opening music. Like clockwork. Dang, I've fallen down my Bond casting rabbit hole. I know it's heresy to suggest casting an American, but consider, if you will, Michael B. Jordan. You all know how much I like Michael B. Jordan. Weren't there Idris Elba rumors? There were for a while. But I have a feeling if the suspicion a lot of people have is that they want to, you know, go with somebody younger. And, ooh, I did not, no. Okay, well, we're gonna have to take some lumps here. Ow. If we're poaching MCU and using Americans, then Anthony Mackie. I could see it. Zendaya for Bond 2024. That would be very good. Thank you for that follow. I mean, I'm also of the opinion that the Bond movies don't and shouldn't have continuity. So having somebody who is, you know, out of continuity makes perfect sense. All right, now I need to go fix this weird corner. We also have this thing we have to deal with over here, I think. All right, that's a whole thing. All right, I'm going to bed. I think it would be fun for the next era of Bond. They keep the existing supporting cast, but had a new Bond each time. I don't know how that would work. That would certainly be interesting. Huh. Okay. I think that's just Doctor Who. Yeah, kinda. James Bond. What if Doctor Who had sex? Let's see here. And use guns. I've got the perfect Bond. All right, Sibwa, hit me. Steven Seagal. No. Hmm. Isn't Seagal kind of a tool bag? Oh, he's a massive tool bag. Little thing at the top of them. We're gonna have to figure that out too. Chat. They have like a little thing up at the top. in actual long shots, I wouldn't mind seeing David Ajala. That would be pretty good, actually. He's really good as Booker. We're definitely going to have to do something different for this sort of like left corner tower bastion thing. I don't know quite what to call it. It's not a butt. It's not really a buttress. This little like hexagonal corner bit, because it just is not gonna work in Minecraft. To tell you what. Oops. A buttress is a female butt. I'm having a hard time disagreeing right now. I could bring this corner out. Okay. Let's William Jackson Harper would make a swell bond. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't William Jackson Harper Cheaty from The Good Place? Wait, no. Take these out. I want to keep these here. Am I thinking of the right person? He sure is. That would be an interesting choice. There we go. I will grant you that that would be an interesting choice. This. What if I take this out? We got this section here, and then we also have this here. We go over here. That one's too wide. Missing over here as I run precariously along the top of this thing. Oh, that thing needs to come all the way up. Okay. Then over here, this one needs to come all the way up, and then I need one here to come all the way up. Okay. I have a plan. Leave these two. Ow! Is that about being safe, Electra? Ow. This out, actually. There. These, there we go. Kristen Wiig as Bond. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. We're getting somewhere. There really needs to be a movie about the sacred band of Thebes, the nigh invincible fighting force of 150 couples of gay men from ancient Greece. I'd watch it. I'd watch that in a heartbeat. I'm torn between the idea of pushing to diversify Bond versus the want to move back to a somewhat more goofy Bond. The eternal dilemma. Do I need this anymore? No. Let me put this out. Also, something, two genders. Diverse Bond or goofy Bond? Ooh! What if we just got Goofy, the Disney character, to play James Bond? Or Q. Still need to watch The Kingsman. I haven't seen any of the Kingsman movies. I remember hearing about how some enemies just left the field when the Sacred Band showed up because of their rep for just absolute badassery / how zealous they fought. Awesome. The first two are definitely worth a watch. Also, hello, Triple U. Then we have to acknowledge that Goofy is the father and other implications about Goofy. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is fine. I know it's still up. Bond for me must always be sexist, misogynist dinosaur, a relic of the Cold War. Does he though? Supporting characters must dunk on him more and more. Okay, I am here for supporting characters dunking on Bond. Here. I think we're kind of at a weird point where we're like, we need to figure out maybe something different than strictly following what's on the example. Here. I think what I want to do is come to the other side here. Ah, fuck. I was like, something ain't right. I'm trying to line stuff up in my head, and something ain't right. Turns out this is one too high. Anyone else buffering? Everything seems a-okay on my end. But I was thinking that we do that this go. Let's see. Oh, this. 3. One of these. One of these. One of these. Here. Ow. 2. 3? Is that right? No. There. 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 Because I think this will work well sort of with the motif that we have going from the other side. Because that's kind of what's going on over here. So it ends up looking more symmetrical. I like the way that looks. I might even, this pillar here, I may even raise up, even though that's not technically how it is in the design, but I think actually making it symmetrical would work a lot better. I'm hearing a vibrating object I can't locate. I think it's in the downstairs neighbor's apartment. Oh. That's always weird. Like when you hear somebody's like, I'll occasionally hear like somebody's phone vibrate or something like that. And I just like grab for my phone. I'm like, wait, no. Oh. Okay, now let's go around this side and do the same thing. But we need to grab some more stairs. There we go. And another stack of this just in case. All right. Now, see what we got going on over here. Right. So, ooh, go up and actually take this down a little bit. The worst is Discord or Facebook Messenger. Yeah. The amount of times somebody like their Discord goes off on a stream and I like immediately look at mine, or like Slack messages. Then this one. Don't I? I do. Ah. I did. Doot. 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 Haha. Surge's ringtone is the same as mine. Okay, now I'm gonna go over this way to make sure everything lines up properly on this side. And it appears that it does. Oh, I need to get that all the way up. I don't know that. All right, chat. Okay. Let me just double check that I... Oh, wait, I'm missing something here. Yes, there's one down there. Electra, look away. Thanks for that follow. Oh, what was that? Oh no, the follow made me slip. Oh no. I was distracted. Oh no. Whoops. Ah. Distracted. I'm spilling tea everywhere. Hey. What else to talk about? What else have I been up to lately? I was spending a bunch of time this morning trying to figure out if there's any games I want to play, and I'm sort of at a point where there just kind of isn't. I think I mentioned the other day that I've been having a craving, like, to play another shooter again, because I don't play them very often, but every now and again I do get that desire, but I don't know what. I do have Destiny 2 installed, so I could play that, but I just found that without having people to play with, Destiny 2 just wasn't, like, kind of doing it for me. Heck, I even considered reinstalling Overwatch. I might have to move this pillar too. No, it's probably fine where it is. God, I would be so rusty if I started playing Overwatch again, though. Also, for all I know, there's probably characters that are just completely different than they were before. I have not played that game in literal years. Let's get up here yet. Better stop being lazy and start making brioche dough for tomorrow. Ooh. I've never made brioche dough. How difficult is it? Imagine it's not, like, wildly difficult compared to just, like, regular bread dough. Oh. Brioche is super simple because you don't have to knead it. Let the dough hook do the work. Mmm. Is this the same level? Technically it's down one. You know what? I'm gonna call that fine because I don't want to fix it. I honestly should just make bread more often, but again, it's the kind of thing where it's like, I don't want to have to eat it all myself as well. Oh, do I have a loaf pan? Yes, I do. And then tomorrow I wrap the hot dogs in brioche dough and call it the Super Bowl treat. Ooh, that sounds really good. Like some kind of, imagine if you had like, kind of like you're taking, I don't know, hot dogs are usually like pork, right? So it's like a pig and you wrap it in like delicious bread, like it's a blanket. We should call them blanket pigs. I actually need to bring this wall. I'd have to build up that wall just so it's easy. Like that. Beef in blankets. Mm-hmm. Cows under covers. Hmm. There we go. Okay. All right. What else do we need to do? This needs to get filled in still. We do some of that. There we go. Like this all has to get covered up at some point. So go up here. Let's just level everything off to this point. Okay, let's go back and get some more end stone bricks, and then level everything off to that point. God, I wonder if there's going to be anything left of the end by the time we're done this cathedral. Ow. Whoops. I need to go get more. Time is it? 8:30. Okay. So let's finish off this little bit, and then let's actually, because I missed a day on Thursday, let's actually do a bit of digging. Just to, like, round out the stream, I think. Because I've sort of hit the point where I'm, like, mentally kind of done with this build for the night. And I need to, like, sit and consider it for a little while to see where to go next. Okay. Now, I think I want this. Just to come all the way out here? I think I do. Yeah. Okay, up we go. Erica, I found Quirtle. It's 4 simultaneous Wordles with the same guesses. Woof. Corner should probably go up as well. This wall's so thick. Can't quite reach all the way over there. Do I bring these all the way down? I think I do. Any amount of this stuff may end up changing. Right now, I'm mostly worried about shape more than anything. Because this is going to be, like, if we take a step back and look at that door, it's probably not going to look fantastic. Because it's just all solid end stone. That was fun. I'm gonna sleep. Okay. Yeah, like this does not look great. This is not great. So we're gonna end up changing this at some point. But for now, as a as a placeholder, I'm pretty okay with it. So. Figure out some kind of decoration or something like that to go in there, so that's not so completely monotone. Okay. All right. Okay, so I think what I want to do next, before I do any more work on the facade and like the towers, because there's more I have to put on top of the towers, the actual like bell tower portion, this whole bit up at the top, I still have to do that. This sort of just goes up to just beneath that. So that's just a whole other thing that I need to do. But I think the next project, off camera, I'm going to move all these animals. And the bee and all of this stuff over here. And then I'm going to trace out the entire floor outline, like sort of rough it out. Maybe just in like dirt or something like that. And then get an idea for how big the full footprint of this is going to be. Like going all the way back, like, because this thing's going to go all the way back to here, basically. And so that's going to be the project for next weekend. For now, though, I think I've like, because like before I do that, I've got a lot of stuff I have to move, and I don't want to do that on camera, or I don't have to do that on camera. So I'll just hold off on that. I'm just going to leave that scaffolding up for now. So now, let's go dig a hole. Are you going to glass over the middle chunk? Haven't decided yet. I will probably do something. I'll probably put glass over it at some point for when I'm building in here, because there's going to be a ton of times where I'm building above it, and that just feels like a good safety measure. So at some point I will do that. But that's not going to be until I'm actually like inside. Okay, first of all, let's see what we got in here. Get some experience back on the old pick. Duh. I twitched there for a second. For food. I'm actually running kind of low. I have these 3 pork chops. We'll eat those next after I'm done my steaks. And then I'm probably going to have to go address the cow mass. I'll probably have to do that before I move them anyways, because I don't want to have to move that many cows. I don't have to. Ah, 1 second, chat. My eyes are a little dry. Okay. Overall, I think I'm much happier with the way this is looking. My ladder. There's my ladder. Great. Now for good old-fashioned digging. Which, to be fair, we did do a whole bunch of digging earlier on when we were discussing Marvel stuff. Also, I saw there was a release date for the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show in May. So that'll be interesting. See what they do with that. I wonder if we'll just get, like, episode 5 is just randomly an episode of the Book of Boba Fett. Like, that's where it got off to. And then randomly in Ahsoka, there's just like episode 5 is just an episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is their plan all along, you see. You want to follow one show, you gotta follow them all. No, people aren't into this joke? Okay, fine. What else have I got? Nah, I'm all out of jokes. All tapped out, chat. Chat, tell me your best/worst dad jokes. You know how much I love puns. Oops, cheated. Why did the rulers of ancient Egypt shave their heads? I don't know. Why did the rulers of ancient Egypt shave their heads? To be more pharaoh-dynamic? Ah! I was so distracted by that incredibly good pun that a creeper snuck up on me. I too am looking forward to the Ahsoka show. Mostly because it kind of seems like the direction they're going to go with it is like, we're just going to go, this thing's about Thrawn. Like, it's just, that's what the show's going to be about, and guess what? I'm into it. I also just really appreciate that Dave Filoni just has like his own Star Wars continuity going on. And I kind of love it, honestly. Why do people take an extra pair of socks when they go golfing? I don't know. Why do people take an extra pair of shoes when they go golfing? In case they get a hole in one. Ah, ha, ha. Got there. That one's very good. Whoops. Wait. It's so much lapis. I sleep. That's done. Pretty sure that's stuff I put in. So, okay, chat, this is very weird. I don't know what it is about this, like, setup, but for some reason, it doesn't filter through. This side fills up before this side. Like, there's a little bit in here, but that's stuff I just put in to test it. Because, like, if we go around back here, like, this thing's filling up. This thing's not. Same thing over here. That one's filling up. This one isn't. And, like, they're both pulling... Like, they're both hoppers pulling from the same chest. Like, these are both pulling from this. It's currently empty now, but... And, like, this one up here is emptying equally into both of these. But then these two hoppers are not emptying equally into these. And it's so weird. Does it prioritize ones that already have stuff in them? Shouldn't. I don't think that's normally a behavior expected of hoppers. Very weird. Because the upper chest fills left to right, so the left hopper pulls. Oh, I guess you're right. Huh. Interesting. But surely, like, because I put... Oh, no, you're... That is it, isn't it? Huh. Because it goes through the system at a speed of one thing. Like, of one hopper going into the double chest. Yeah, it's because I'm splitting it twice that it's doing that. Interesting. Huh. I had the same problem with feeding my smelter lava buckets. Reached the point where you started thinking about an automated storage system. Nice, nice. I know Sibwa always jokes about it, but I really just can't be bothered to set up an automatic item sorter. I just don't think I deal with enough stuff to make it worth the hassle. If there was a way I could do it without having to deal with, like, water streams and stuff like that, I would probably do it, but as it stands, I don't want to have to mess around with that. I'm happy just doing stuff, man. I have to say, I have really been enjoying how Vincent D'Onofrio portrays Kingpin on Daredevil. He has just an amazing lack of charisma. He's just so, like, almost, like, nervous and soft-spoken until he's not. Until he flips and becomes incredibly angry. And that, I think, is a very good... Like, that's just a really interesting portrayal of the character. Have you met Frank yet? Yes. Yes, because I'm most of the way through season 2. I had to think about that for a second. Yes. I thought their reveal for that was very good. How they started off with, like, oh, these guys got gunned down by, like, an entire army of people. And then it's like, no, it was one guy. It's like, oh, I know what they're doing. I see where they're going. It's too bad that the Punisher has developed the particular fan base that he has over the last few years. I mean, always meant to be an anti-hero, but it's a tricky character to reconcile in this day and age. And I don't even think it was nearly as bad back in, like, 2018, 2019. Yeah, it was probably still pretty bad then, too. Although the Punisher still holds the award for the best Marvel character to appear in an Archie comic. think he ended up shooting anyone, though. That would have been a wild turn. Also, who actually created the Punisher, and was it Frank Miller? Even if he didn't, I'm pretty sure he wrote for the Punisher for a while. Which, it's like, oh, really? Frank Miller character appeals to fascists. I'm shocked. I'm so shocked. Quiet, I'm hunting moose. Looks like it was my fan rubbing against something. Oh. The sound of white noise. Thank you for that resubscription. Per Wikipedia, the character was created by someone named Jerry Conway, along with artists John Romita Sr. and Ross Andrew. Interesting. Sleep. Let's see. Those out, put those in. There we go. Apparently, Miller did include him as a character in his version of Daredevil. Ah. This makes sense. I mean, on the show at least, he makes a very good foil to Daredevil. Sort of that hold a mirror up to your character. Yeah, we're still talking about the Punisher. I have to say, the first season of Daredevil does an absolute amazing job, just like constantly keeping the tension on and setting up Kingpin as just this like ever-present threat that's just sort of like hovering there in the background. And it's very good. Season 2 feels more all over the place so far. And then they started dipping into, like, the weird stuff with the hand. Which I guess if you want to dig around in Daredevil lore, you're inevitably going to get there. But it's all just feels... Season 2 feels more disjointed. It's less like a clear focus of what it wants to do. Oops. Wasn't season 2 also made during a writer's strike? I have no idea. Writer's strike killed Heroes. Oh god, I remember that. I remember that so clearly. That was earlier. That was an early... Because that was like... 20... I want to say that was like 2007? 2008, somewhere in there? Or 2009? Mid-aughts? Yeah, I remember that. There were so many TV shows that just, like, got cut off. Now, to be fair, I don't think Heroes' only problem was the writer's strike. Part of the other problem with season 2 of Heroes is that they had a banger of a first season and then just didn't quite know what to do with it. Also, Brian Fuller left, so... Turns out, this Brian Fuller guy is really great at making TV. And makes a really good TV show. That was also the same strike that made a bunch of channels go, fine, we'll just do reality show programming now. Reality shows were pretty on the rise even at that time. Even before the writer's strike, they were pretty popular. Should rewatch Pushing Daisies. I should too. I don't know if I have easy access to it streaming anywhere. I wanted to rewatch Dead Like Me a while back, but again, don't have easy access to streaming it anywhere. But Pushing Daisies was fantastic. Yeah, Pushing Daisies was a show that either needed, like, its issue that it was always constantly, like, in limbo. Like, it could never... If they had known, it's like, okay, we get one season of this. So we'll just, like, tell a full story beginning to end, that's it. But since it's sort of lived in this space of like, well, are we going to get another season? We don't know. They could never really like get a solid ending to it. Feels like there just wasn't closure, which is, I suppose, apropos for that show. My cousin was a guest star on 2 episodes of one of the very first reality shows. Which one? Now I'm curious. Also, why was there... How does a guest star in a reality show work? Yeah, you don't have to you shouldn't have to verify your Twitch to talk in chat. You just have to have followed me for like more than 10 minutes, I think. I mean, I had to verify my phone number with my Twitch account because I needed 2-factor to have all of the affiliate stuff. So. It was one of the Real World shows. His girlfriend was a house member and he showed up as a side character in 2 episodes. Wow. I was gonna say, like, you said it was one of the first reality shows. It's like, was it actually the Real World? Because that would have been like early 90s, I think. Like, the Real World was like way ahead of the curve on reality TV programming. I regret to inform you that none of my cousins have been on TV shows, as far as I am aware. One of my cousins was a model for a little while, though, and it's weird seeing somebody you know as like a model in like an ad campaign or something like that. I remember she did like a Pizza 73 billboard, and it was just so weird being like, you're so used to not recognizing them, and it's like, ah, this is just random people. But it's like, no, that's 3 random people and Sarah. His name was Hank Jackson, and he threw him up the side of a fishing boat. Hey, Genie M. Yeah, go. There we go. Sometimes shift double clicking just doesn't want to work for some reason. Actually, probably go. Now I'll hold on to it. I think they would find it hard to compete with you seeing your desert bus career. That's not even close to real television. I sleep. My cousin used to be a bodybuilder and enter competitions and stuff. Nice. So, wow, that's an awful idea. We would die. My brother's a stuntman, so he's in many stuff. Cool. Anything I've seen? I don't want to hire local 16-year-olds to do my job. Also, like, for hiring, then we have to worry about labor regulations. The Borgias? I see that? I don't remember if I've seen that or not. Say, wow, this seems like an incredibly silly idea. Like, at what point is it, like... I can't believe... Sibwow, I can't believe you came up with this incredibly silly idea. No relation to anything, but I worked with Anna Paquin's mom during peak True Blood. Huh. The Last Kingdom. That one I have seen. What's really unfortunate is that the director's cut of that movie, like if you want to go stream that, you just get the theatrical cut, and you don't have an option of watching the director's cut, which is absolutely fantastic. I have it on DVD, but I don't have any way to watch it. It's unfortunate. I have other more famous relatives, but that would be doxable. That's fair. "2009 Robin Hood." God, there's been so many versions of Robin Hood. I don't think that's the one. I remember watching like was it a BBC Robin Hood series? Earlier than that, though. I don't think I've seen that one. Robin's Hood. Yeah. Without this Robin Hood guy, pretty popular character. And also, we just have to pay a bunch of people to run around in the woods. We don't need to put in as much effort as we would if we were making, like, King Arthur. Man in Tights was pretty funny. Too bad Chappelle turned out to be an ass. Oh yeah, he was in that. Right. He is an ass. Ah, well. So it goes. One of your grandfathers was a circus performer for Barnum and Bailey in the 1930s? Cool. History of the World Part 2 is going to be a TV show, apparently. Seriously? 8 episodes on... 8 episodes on Hulu? To be fair, I've never actually seen the first one. That maybe like I've seen snippets of it. That's the one that ends with Jews in space, right? Which is a weird sentence out of context, and I apologize to Kevlar Giraffe that that's the first thing you had to hear when you come in. But yes, it is. Okay, good. Punching Chunks is going good. We also did a bunch of building today. I don't know if you can see it from here. You can kind of see it a little bit. But we did do some more building on the cathedral. So that was fun. There's a lot of andesite here. One sec. Sure. We did also go to the end. Yep. We are very slowly smoothing out the Ender Dragon platform in the end. We're just like taking it down one, like the entire island down one level at a time. I don't know if anybody's noticed yet. No one tell anybody. Mods are asleep. Post smooth end. Yes, you will have to check out the VOD. Also, if anybody else has missed part of the stream, this VOD will be going up on my YouTube channel, which you can find by hitting !YouTube in chat. There we go. Which doesn't have, like... Also, if I get 100 people to follow me, I can have an actual URL, a real one that's sayable by a human. Sayable is definitely a word. Trust me. I know, because I know words. Did you see my two guess Wordle today? That's how you know I know words. That's a perfect lean in. No 3 vaca fucko 1 jacobada 1 5 f underscore 4 q. You're now at 69 subs on YouTube. Nice. Also, I had no idea I actually had that many subs. It rolls right off the tongue. And down a staircase and out into the street and where it gets run over. Thank you, Kevlar Giraffe. I still need to get 4 up. It's currently sitting and waiting for processing. I'll get to it eventually. You away. And here. Here. There. Gonna go to sleep. And then we're gonna go up. And then we're gonna call it a night. Because Rock Pusher gave me the Brave New Faves signal. So like this floor pattern, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I still need to do the roof. And I still need to get this thing over here, which I'm not going to jump to. I learned my lesson the first time. There, my beef made it to the end of the stream. We can have a look at our cathedral, which I'm super happy with so far. Now next, we just need to, yeah, look at that. Oh, it looks great. Real happy with it. So next up, I'm gonna move all these animals over here and clear all this space out and sort of trace out what I think the floor plan is going to be and maybe even fill it in with the tile deep slate. And then, oh, hi Persephone. See, the cat even jumped in my lap. That means it's definitely time. So then we'll just get everything out of here. I think it'll be good. I need to do something, never mind. What I need to do is take a screenshot for the old socials, and then say goodnight. All right. Don't feed avocados to parrots. Good advice. I mean, not gonna now. They were right about chocolate chip cookies, so. All right, we're gonna raid Brave New Faves. Brave New Faves is my friend Kathleen. She runs a pirate radio show. She has a special guest on. Today's special guest is Molly Lewis of Molly Lewis fame. So go over there, say hi to them, and I will be back on Tuesday digging more holes. And check out this VOD and the VOD from the previous one up on my YouTube when I remember to put them up there. It's all pirate themed songs. I mean, I would honestly not put it past Molly. All right, have a good night, chat.